Taking a look at the Warm Living Infrared Deluxe on a today's special price. This is your opportunity to jump in at a today's special price to stay warm where you need it. Industrial power up to 1,500 watts, but it's not that industrial look. It's not that eyesore. Look how beautiful this is. Have you ever wanted that fireplace in your living room, that fireplace maybe in your home office, that fireplace in your bedroom that gives you that beautiful look, that great heating? It is that timeless, almost antique, classic stove look that you're getting. And then look at the digital thermostat. You can control it to exactly the temperature that you want. You've got that added crackle sound as well. And on top of all of that, this is unlike those other heaters that you've seen because this is infrared heating, and we're going to talk about why infrared heating is superior and why you want it. We have great colors to choose from. The one you're looking at right now is our antique white color. If you take a look here at the top, we also have it in this black. I know black, that's going to be next to our black will be the taupe. Here we go. We'll get a shot of it. That's our black. I love that look. Next to it will be the taupe. And then you see, there it is. You see the white at the top. Now, if we move down to the front row here next to me, that kind of slate blue, we're calling that gray. So if you go onto hsn.com, this will be your gray. In the middle is your green. And then on the end is your blue at $79.99. We also have it in the red. And unfortunately, I believe our snowman got a little too close. That's just to show you the 1,500 watts of power that apparently no one told our snowman there in the front. Here it is. Our friend Carrie McNally is joining us here to tell us all about Carrie. Come on in.
Come on, snowman.
You can do it.
It's going to be okay.
No,
Please,
it's too
stay
late.
with me.
It's too late,
Stay
Carrie.
with me.
I'm sorry. It's too late.
He was so young.
Got too close to the warm living.
Too close to the sun. He flew too close.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the real deal, and thank you so much for having me, Ty. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Hello, friends. So great to be back with you. It's been 24, 25 years now here at HSN, on and off over the years, and it's always an honor and a pleasure to present something that we're so proud of here at Warm Living. And it's also something you can't get anywhere else. You can't find it at the big box retailers. You can't find it at the giant online stores. You can only get it here live on TV and or at hsn.com. And this is one of those throwbacks with a little bit of a modern touch. It looks, when you first look at it, it looks like a cast iron potbelly stove.
Right. Yeah.
I was Googling the machine the other day, the internet machine, and did you know that potbelly stoves start at like $3,000? Maybe you can get one for $1,500, but then you have to get like a permit and you have to cut a hole in the wall and build a chimney. And then once you get a potbelly stove going, there's no turning it down. There's no thermostat at all. And then of course you have to empty the ashes and all that other stuff. Well, this is a great way to get that look and that feel with that performance, but you can completely control the performance. And as Ty was alluding to earlier at the top of the presentation, this is an infrared heater, right? Which means it will never, unlike gas, oil, and or forced air, it will never dry out the atmosphere. It's not going to take away that relative humidity in the room the second you turn it on, which means you're not going to get dry eyes and a dry throat and a dry sinus. None of that stuff's going to happen, or dry skin for that matter. It heats objects in the room, like the chair that you're sitting in or the bed you're laying in. It heats you subcutaneously. That's a $10 word. It just means from the inside out. Yes, just the way the safe rays of the sun do. Now, this is what we all grew up with, a space heater that was made out of coils.
Right.
And when you turned it on, it would make noise and scare the cat, and the dog would run away, and it had an odor to it. Infrared heating technology is far superior. It absolutely is. It's a better way to heat a room very quickly in a matter of minutes. And this is rated to heat a room over 400 square feet. So if you take a look at a floor plan, bedrooms are 150 to 200 square feet. The kitchen living area is around 400 square feet. So for something that weighs around 11 pounds, that doesn't take up much of a footprint at all, that is essentially mobile, it really gets the job done. In a matter of minutes, you can heat up your feet, your hands, your arms, your butt, you know, whatever it is. You're sitting there watching HSN on television. That room that you're in is going to go to 74, 75, 76, whatever temperature you want it, regardless of what's going on outside. And the beauty of this as well is It has state-of-the-art safety features because this is a space heater, right? Well, if for any reason at all it overheats, it shuts itself off. For any reason at all, it starts to fall forward, backward, to the left or to the right, it shuts itself off. It has a pendulum shut-off switch. So it has the best safety features, it has the best performance. You can use it with or without the flame effect. And this flame effect, by the way, is the same thing that they use in Hollywood. When you're watching or binging your favorite show and there's a fireplace going, that's not a real fireplace. That's a closed set. That's a studio. There's nobody putting firewood over there. This is the same technology that they use in major motion pictures and on network television, and that's why it's so convincing when you see it at home. And then this is the heating element right here.
Okay.
This is where the infrared bulbs create all that heat and gently push that heat out into the room. And if I had a thermometer here, this would be, 200, 300, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, just the same as an oven would. When you remember, you know how you feel when you're baking and it's freezing in the kitchen and you open up that door and you're like, oh man, that feels so good. Here on the right of your screen, represented in the blue arrows, is the cold air coming in. It comes through the back of the unit. It goes up, over, and through those infrared heating bulbs, and then it gently warms the temperature in the room in a matter of minutes.
And can I just say, look, take a look at your screen if you're shopping with us, because I know there's a lot of space heaters out there, different heaters. I want you to think of one that you have this kind of customization, this kind of control over the actual heat. It gives you this look, and then it's like an old work of art. People are gonna think it's an antique piece, right? Where did you get that look? This is something you want to have out in your home, that you're gonna love having out in your home. It's not something that you kind of roll away and have to tuck away in the closet because it looks industrial. It's a beautiful look. This piece of decor is gonna look great in your home, and then you can control it, and then you can even pick it up and move it from room to room. So right now, this is a today's special price here. This is our today's special. You are getting $50 off our normal price. This is $136.99. You are also getting flexible payments on this. So I want you to take advantage of the flexible payments here. What are we seeing right there? Just put the legs on. That's kind of all you have to do, right?
They snap on, and it's one tiny Phillips head screw. That's all it is.
Okay.
My 14-year-old stepson and I were able to do it in exactly 3 minutes and 3 seconds. We just ended up with 33. And I was like, 3 minutes and 3 seconds, we put all 4 of them on with just a Phillips head screwdriver, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Then you just plug it in. It comes with a remote, so you can operate it from bed or from your favorite couch or from your favorite chair.
Yeah.
And it's a year-round mood setter, because you can operate this unit with or without the heat. You don't have to have the heating element on. As you can see here, we have the heating element on, but notice over there, the gray next to you, Ty, the heating element is not on, but the flame effect is. And my brilliant and beautiful wife, Kara, she will tell me, oh, we're gonna binge watch a couple of shows tonight. Okay, great. She goes, can you go into the garage and get the space heater? I said, I don't think we're gonna need it. It's pretty hot out. She goes, oh no, I just want the flame effect.
Lovely.
I just want that on in the corner of the room while we're watching our show.
Beautiful. Tell me about what I'm hearing now. And if you're shopping with us at home, you might be hearing this nice, cozy sound in the background.
Yeah, this is something that's evolved over the last 2 or 3 years. We got information from you guys through emails and posts on social media that you wanted a crackling sound effect. You love the visual effect of the roaring fire, but you said, hey, can we get a little crackling Rosie, get on board? And or maybe something that sounds like popcorn, and so that's what we created. And same thing, you can have it on with the heater, you can have it on without the sound effect, you can have it with the sound effect. You decide, you control it. You deserve to have the room that you're in be exactly the temperature that you want. And as I get older, and I'm a lot older than you are, Ty.
I don't know.
No, yeah, I'm up there. I notice that when my hands get cold, they start to ache a little bit. My joints, I play a lot of golf, so sometimes my hips and my core gets a little sore sometimes if I've been playing a lot of golf or practicing, and it's adversely affected by cooler temperatures. So it's another wonderful therapeutic way to be warm and comfortable in your own home. And the other part of it too, Ty, is we always say, please take the zone heating challenge. And that means turn the thermostat down in the apartment, the co-op, the condominium, or the house down to a temperature that otherwise would be uncomfortable. Let's call that number 66. That might be just too cold for a lot of people. Turn that down to 66, then put this in the room that you spend most of your time, in the kitchen living room area. Turn this up to 74. It's gonna be 74 degrees in that kitchen living area.
Yeah.
And the rest of the house will be at 68. And imagine how much you could save. What's happening over here to the left?
I was a bit distracted by the blob of frosting. It looked delicious.
I thought it was too much, so I thought I could just take my
then I just saw a finger come in
and wipe some. But I'm so nice and toasty.
I know, right?
As I'm decorating my cookies.
There it is. It's beautiful.
And this nice little
I love it.
crackling sound, like back in the old days when Mama and Papa used to be around.
When you were a pioneer, heading across the United States for gold in California, and you stopped in Minnesota and said, "This seems like decent soil," and that was the end of that.
And then I took my nice little heater off of the wagon.
I took that in. I plugged it in.
Pulled the arrow out of the front of it, turned it on, and it was great.
And then I was nice and toasty.
Yes. Once they invent electricity, this will be amazing. That's Tina making cookies for us. Again, from room to room. What room in your home?
Yeah.
In the back, it's my son Lucas's room. That's the one that gets cold. It's maybe your home office. It's your crafting room. What is it that just seems to get colder than the rest of the house? No matter what you do, how much money you spend, what you do to the thermostat, it's just not going to work. You need that zone heating. And then we're talking about something that has some oil, maybe some gas, something that is not safe, doesn't feel safe, gets hot to the touch. All of those things that dries out the air. I want you to put all that away. I want you to not bring out that old space heater anymore. And I want you to get this home. Here at HSN, we give you a full month to try anything out. This is the month to try it out too, because over the next month, those temperatures are gonna drop. And I want you to get this home. Don't wait until you need it to get it home. I want you to get it home now at $79.99. It is a today's special price for you to get it home. You just choose your color. I wanna show you those colors again real quick here. Up here's that black, always most popular,
Oh,
Carrie.
absolutely, because it goes with everything, and it really, that one really captures the essence of a cast iron potbelly.
Yeah. And by far most popular here in this presentation as well. Down here in the front is going to be your gray, but there's more to this than just gray, right? It's a nice, deep, rich look.
Got a bit of a blue hue.
There you go, a blue. Yeah, it's like a
slate. There you go.
There you go. Okay, if we move over, you see right next to it, this is your green. Again, the color on this is a very kind of high-end, premium color. It does make it look like a kind of an antique piece, if you will. You come in and you see that, and you're like, oh wow. Where did you get that? And remember, it's customizable. It's not just on and off. Some heaters are on and off. Maybe there's a couple of little red dots and you're not sure how hot is it? Is it gonna overheat? Take a look at this, the top. This is gonna be your taupe. There's also another great neutral. Blend in well. Think about home office. Think about the living area. Maybe you're making cookies like Tina and you're gonna move it to the kitchen there. I can't promise.
Making them or eating them?
Maybe you're doing a little bit of both. Yes. And then where Carrie is. Carrie, what do you have, the antique white?
Yeah, this is the antique white, also very popular, which also goes with just about everything. This is one of the more modern designs that we've had over the course of the last decade. We've been doing this for 10 years, again, only at HSN. And I want to give you a quick tour here of the blue one and give you an idea of right here on the front of the unit, you have large, easy to read without your glasses, which is great for me, display. And here's the actual temperature you're going to look for. And this is your obviously your power. Now here's your heater. I just touched that, and I can turn this heater on to 1, which is 1,500 watts, or I can put it on 2, which is 1,000. And the second I do that, you'll start to see that heater will come back up. And you'll start to see this glow. But then I also have my flame effect here. I have 4 separate settings on that, which means I can turn it off. I can turn it up to 4, down to 3, down to 2, or I can shut it off. Now the heater can still operate while the flame is off, or you can do either or. And then right here we've got the up and down, but this is also a timer. The beauty of the timer is that within a 12-hour period, you can program this to turn on. Let's say you get up at 6:30 in the morning and it's gonna be freezing. Right, but you're not going to get out of bed until 7 because you're going to read, your phone or whatever you're going to do. This will fire up at 6:30 right on the number. Or if you want to put it at 6 o'clock, it'll turn on a half an hour before you wake up.
Yeah.
Conversely, let's say you're coming home and you set it because you want it to turn on about a half an hour before you get home. It'll do that for you. And remember, you've got all the safety features. And then, of course, you can just go up or down very simply there and move your digital display up or down, depending upon what heat or which heat do you want. And now watch, I can just turn the flame right back on and then fire up the heater. And then there we go, that's it.
The look, the ambiance, I mean, really, just the look of it for $79.99 to have it in your home, to have a fireplace in any room of the house. And then on top of that, not only is it a space heater, but remember, it's customizable. You see that digital thermostat on the front, which Carrie just walked us through all of that. And the fact that the door kind of hides all of that and kind of covers everything up, it's a nice, smooth, beautiful look to have in your home. And today, on a today's special price, right? So this is the opportunity. Look, here at HSN, we give you a full month to try anything out because you don't know until you get it in your home, until you move it around from room to room, put it in the crafting room, maybe you're gonna put it in the kids' room, maybe in the bedroom because you always wanted a fireplace in the bedroom, or maybe in the living room, or you've got guests coming over right after the first of the year and you wanna make sure that room is nice, a little bit of warm. Get it home, take 30 days and try it out. You're gonna love the way it looks, the way it feels, and the sound of it. So right now, take a look at your screen right here.
There's a
It's
great
gonna show
shot
you
right there.
that when the lights are down,
Yeah, that's
Carrie,
so cool.
really shows up well. And I love what you said at the top. And if you're just joining us right now, tell us again about this. Why did this effect look so real?
Well, it's the same 3D technology that they use in major motion pictures and on network television. If you're binging a show and you look in the back, and there's a, you know, even when I was living in New York and I auditioned for a soap opera once, and I went in and it was like, you know, there was like a fire there
And you're like,
on
wait.
the set. I'm like, what is going on over there? I'm like, oh, that's the thing. But this is state-of-the-art technology here, and then infrared heating is really far superior than you're talking about electric or gas or kerosene or forced air or the old school oil and radiators. We had radiators when we were growing up, and they would hiss and spit, and that was always a lot of fun. And then when we were kids, I was raised by a single mom, so we had this big old house in Long Beach, Long Island, and we would close off certain rooms. And it was my job to go downstairs and turn on a kerosene heater just to heat up the kitchen so we could get some breakfast before we got on the school bus to go to school. Don't worry about any of that stuff anymore. You have the latest technology, safety features. Please, obviously, read the manual. Always take precautions. It is a space heater, and it is very powerful. As far as its ability to heat up the room that you're in a matter of minutes, it can do that. Up to 400 square feet. That's almost the size of a 2-car garage. So it really does pack a lot of performance into a very small footprint that only weighs 11 pounds. So it's essentially portable. I mean, I can just lift this up and just move it around very simply and very easily. And if it tips over or it overheats, it automatically shuts itself off. So it has 2 very important state-of-the-art safety features on top of all this wonderful design and performance.
Beautiful look. On at today's special price, $79.99. Take advantage of the flexible payments right now. There is a timer on here. I love the idea of setting the timer when it's cold in the morning. Let it warm up a little bit before you need to get out of bed. If I even can call it the installation, whatever it is, you easily put those legs on there, very easy. You can use it with the heat, without the effect, with the effect, without the heat, with the crackle, without the crackle, and then you have that digital thermostat there. I know we only have about 5 minutes remaining here, and our phone lines are getting very busy right now. I really like it when you took us on a tour through the buttons, because what happens is, I know we have these set up, the way you're gonna use them in your home, and the way we have them set up, you can't see any of the controls, which is the point.
Yeah.
But if you're just tuning in, let Carrie walk you through all of the controls. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, so here's how, we can just shut it off right there. That's the on-off button right there from the left. And it just says power right there. Then we go to the right, that's the heater. You have 2 basically high and low heats, but then within those 2 high and low heats, you can adjust the temperature to be exactly what you want. There's that 12-hour timer. You can set it to turn on before you get out of bed, or you can turn it on before you go to bed, etc. Or you come home. If you get home, like say at 5 o'clock every day and it's freezing in the house, have this thing turn on at 4:30.
Oh, that's great.
And you walk in the front door and it's already on, up and down, so that's manual control of the digital thermostat. So when I want to turn it back on, I also have 4 separate flame adjustments. That's high, this one's low, medium, and then 0. And again, you can operate the heater without the flame effect, or conversely have the flame effect without the heater. And then there's your timer up and down. So we'll turn it all back on again. We'll turn the heater back on, and then we'll put the flame effect on, and there we go. And you've got that sound effect that sounds like that you have. I mean, we have a fireplace here in Florida, and we only use it with those pre-made logs.
Yeah, sure.
The
Yeah, right,
I think
right.
the Dura log,
Yeah,
whatever it's
right,
called.
yeah.
And because the crackling, that's a whole different thing when you've got real wood in there.
Real
That's more
popping.
effort. You got popping going on. You
Yeah.
better have a good screen.
Yes.
Etc. And then you've got more stuff to clean up after the fire is
Sure.
gone, and it's probably going to last a lot longer.
Yeah.
This is the best of all those worlds because you just flip it on and turn it off.
You know,
there's no
thank-
ashes. There's no wood to
Yeah.
buy. There's no trees to chop down.
Thank you guys so much for dimming the lights, because that's really
That's
a lot of times
perfect.
when we're going to be using it
Yeah.
in the evening time. It gets chilly in the evening. You're drinking your hot cocoa. You're watching your favorite Christmas movie, or throughout you're hanging out with the friends and the family, or maybe you're just in your crafting room. But you're going to have maybe the lights down a little bit in the evening, and then you can really see that fire come to life, which is just beautiful. That 3D effect.
I've got a tip here for you. So I did this for years. I got my dad one of the warm living stoves and sent it to him. A retired school teacher, social studies teacher, big history buff, sits there in a big leather-bound chair with his cat, Mookie, sitting on his lap, and he reads about a book a week, and he's like 97, part of the greatest generation. And so if you want to send this to somebody for the holidays, here's like a last-minute trick. What you do is you order this tonight, right? And then you go to the computer and print out the page of the actual thing, put that in the envelope, and say this is on its way to you, warmth for the holidays, or whatever you want to write on the card. It's a great way to get it, to know that you actually gave something to somebody that's going to continue to be a gift, because that was, for my father, who was retired for almost as long as he's taught school, it was just a gift that kept on giving, because he just loved being in that chair. He loved to watch his sports on television, watch the Celtics and the Patriots, because he's from Boston in the winter, and he'd be there with Mookie on his lap, and that was his deal. And he would always tell me over the phone, he'd be like, I'm happy to call in, Carrie, if you want me to. I'll do a testimonial if you'd like. I could talk for hours about that heater. And I'm like, yeah, I know, Dad.
I know you could.
But we only got about 10 minutes or so.
You know, Carrie, never met your father, but I know that's a great impression.
That's
I can
him.
just tell by the impression.